On this video, I'm going to give you 3 tips to build a 7-figure office cleaning business. Coming up. What is up, everybody? My name is Mike Mack and this is the Janitorial Entrepreneur Channel. This channel is all about helping you break free from your 9-to-5 with an office cleaning business. So if this is your first time, or it's your second or third, doesn't matter how many times you've been here, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave a comment. Alright, the 3 tips to build a $1 million office cleaning business. What are they? Tip 1, wait a minute, hold on. Who are you, Mr. Mike Mack, to be giving this advice out? Let me just give you a little bit of background. My name is Mike Mack. As previously mentioned, myself and my partner Jess, we have built 2 multi-6-figure office cleaning businesses in the last 5 years in 2 separate states. The first one was a franchise, and the current one is independent. And although this current one is not yet at 7 figures, we are well on our way. And the way we are trending, we're doing it in a way that we're super happy about it. And at this point, it's built to scale. Okay, so tip 1. Narrow it down. What does that mean? You see people tell you pick a niche. Very important. That's how we started, and then now we're more general. But I'm talking bigger than that, broader than that. Pick a niche. Commercial or residential? Do you want to clean houses or do you want to clean offices? These are 2 completely different things altogether. In the beginning, you say, oh, we're a cleaning business. We're a cleaning company, so we can clean residential and you can clean commercial. Like physically, you absolutely can, but you have to think about that. It's quick in the beginning. So let's say you do both. You'll have residential, you'll start getting residential clients, and you'll start getting commercial clients, you get some offices too, and you're like, hey, you're starting to make money really quickly. But here's where it stunts your growth. In the beginning, it's nice because you're doing a lot of the cleaning yourself before you ultimately put everyone at accounts, at their own places. It's like, hey, you go to those houses, hey, you go to those offices at night. So here's where it gets you, in my view. 1, you're not a specialist. You're not a go-to company. You're just a cleaning business. I'm telling you from experience, this is what we get a lot of data from clients, past clients, future clients, people who aren't clients. We are always looking for data. And one thing is they prefer a specialist. They prefer a company that just does the thing that they need to contract them for. For instance, they're looking for a commercial cleaner because they know they only do commercial and they're going to do a commercial space. They're going to do your office really well. Just like, it's like, hey, these people clean offices. Do I want them to clean my house? Some people, you may be one of those people that says, no, it's no big deal. I personally would. I would rather like, hey, I know what it's like to clean an office, and cleaning an apartment or a house, it's different. There's different things. It's not necessarily skill, but there's different things to pay attention for. There's different things to look after. There's gonna be a lot less dog hair in an office. Why else? That's just part 1 of that. But why else is it important to narrow down? I'll give you one that is so overlooked. So in the beginning, when you start getting, residential clients and commercial clients, what's happening is, that schedule goes from like, let's say a 12-hour at most schedule in the afternoon to a 24-hour schedule. Not literally, because it's overnight. Sometimes, depends on commercial. What does that mean? So residential cleaning is typically done during working hours. Between 9 and 5, that's typically when residential cleaning is done. People will leave for work and then cleaning crew will come in and clean their space. Well, what about commercial? Office cleaning is typically done after that, from 5 on. From 5 all the way to like 3, 4, in some cases even 5 in the morning. So in the beginning, like I said, it's fun that you're getting multiple clients and you're like, oh my God, I'm growing fast. But in the long run, it stunts your growth because now instead of paying attention to a certain window of the day, now you have to pay attention to from like maybe 6, 7 in the morning all the way till 3 in the morning. So you're literally never get to turn it off. And especially in the beginning when you're hiring employees, there's a lot of trial and error. So that is something, I mean, I can go on for days about, but I think it's really best if you avoid that. And not a lot of people talk about that. And it's very important. Narrow it down. Okay, here's tip 2. Attract quality people. Little backstory. So in the beginning, we're just starting this the second office cleaning business. And just for a little background, Jess had already left her 9 to 5. I was still at my 9 to 5 and I was miserable. All I wanted was to get out. And I had a marketing company, but I was unhappy doing that. And we were getting towards the end of that and I left that. I closed up shop on the company. We had a couple of clients. You know, you would get clients, lose clients, get clients, lose them, even if you were doing a good job. So ultimately, I didn't know what I wanted to do next. I just know at my job, things were getting hectic and I just didn't want to be there anymore. So, made a bold decision with my fiance, and she's very supportive. She's the bomb. But I made a very, very bold decision by saying, hey, I'm going to leave my job. I'm leaving by Monday. I'm not going back. Ooh. No savings. No other streams of revenue, literally nothing but a week's paycheck. Actually, and after like the cable bill and part of the rent, I mean, I was left to $300. And I said to myself, like, okay, that's with no prospects lined up. I have to figure this out. So maybe in the interim, I'll go get another job. I'll just find another job. Right at the time, I was like, yeah, just find another job. So that's what I did. I woke up the next day and I started looking for jobs, and I went door to door because I was like, the online application process is a pain. It's easy, but I'd figured as a business owner or somebody who's owned businesses before, I would love if somebody walked in with their resume and they looked presentable and I got to see them. Anyway, that's a whole other story. But I left really early. So with the last $300 in my pocket, I had to revert back to what I knew best. So I went to Jess and I said, hey, how about a cleaning business? And she said, again, because the franchise world didn't work out. We can get to that in another video if you're interested. So we started. And when we started, I'll fast forward a bit, we started bringing on some clients. And it was good. It was going really good. Then that need to grow a little faster, because we needed the money. So we started overlooking red flags during the process of like onboarding clients. And one in particular was, it was a few clients, but one in particular was the bane of our existence. Is that the nice way of putting it? I think so. This person was, let me just give you an idea. It was a school, and it's good to be strict with the cleaning, but this woman was very disrespectful. This person was, you can never give enough. So in the beginning, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and just wanting to please everyone, we look past certain things of like not respecting our time, not respecting, kind of being a little nasty with us even when we're just super over the top, just trying our best to just make it work. And we just want to make you happy. Let us make you happy, please. And she would not let us make her happy, because we communicated over the top, like, hey, what's going to get us there? What's going to get, is there what's the area that really needs improvement? And it was just never ending. So we figured out what would actually make her happy, and that was she was paying for 2 man-hours a night. So for myself and Jess at the time, it was just us cleaning the space, and we were getting in all the nooks and crannies. We were just, and it was a very small school, by the way. It wasn't a big school. About 5 classrooms, not big at all. So she wasn't happy until we spent double the time. So we had to spend 4 hours there. And so in the beginning, you're like, okay, all right, she's happy with this. So 4 man-hours, that means myself and Jess had to stay there 2 hours. That's fine. But price-wise, we would never be able to staff this out to anyone. So we would try everything we could to just try to make her really happy even at the 4-hour mark. So then we say, okay, we'll do what we have to do. In a few months, we'll talk about a pay increase, because this is not what we agreed on. We're doing double the work. You're pulling things out that you had said during the walkthrough you didn't want done. It was a complete disaster. I was miserable. I had anxiety every day, and I haven't dealt with that since I was like 18, 19. Okay, I actually dealt with it a few years, but it was early 20s stuff. I'm 30 now, and it was just something I wasn't dealing with. And this person was enough to make us absolutely miserable. So here's the thing. This tip is so important because there are red flags to look for. Are they respecting your time? Are they respecting you with how they speak? How are you treated? Is the communication both ways? These are things that are very important because these are relationships. We need to get out of this whole, oh, they're just a customer. No. If you're at a coffee house and someone just buys a cup of coffee and you never see them again, yeah, that's a customer. But a client is somebody who your responsibility is to take care of them month after month. But you should take care of each other, and good communication means there's a good relationship. If there's a good relationship, both parties are going to be happy. We are now on tip 3. Tip 3 is attract an A1 team. Here's just to give you an example. One way to attract is to have company, standards and values. Some people are gonna jive with that. Is that a thing? Is that a word? Some people are gonna be into that. Some people during the hiring process, we tell them hey, listen, honesty is very important. This is very important. Treating our employees and clients and everyone treating each other with respect. That's important. Having a good time. That's important. We encourage our employees to listen to their Audible or listen to books on tape or to listen to music and just hey, listen, you're there by yourself, Residential will be a little different, but hey, listen, commercial space, it's yours. You're by yourself there for the hours you're there. Listen to some music, listen to some books, buy a course, make this time valuable, learn some new skills, listen to, that's all stuff I did in the beginning, years ago. That's all I did. When I would clean, because before I owned a cleaning business, I did nighttime cleaning, and I would try to make the time as valuable as possible. Things like that will bring in people, quality people. And another thing you can do is make sure you pay well above minimum wage. I don't know, at the time of video, was minimum wage $11, or is that $11? $12? I know it's on its way to 15. But right now, our people are making over $15. And during the pandemic, we were able to give people raises just because, the people who deserve the raises, and there are other rewards and things like that. Things that people are oh, okay, this is kind of cool. You come in, you start at a certain amount, you tell me exactly what I need to do to increase that amount. There are bonuses, there's things like happy hours, there's fun things you can do. And we create essentially a culture or an environment where if people are choosing between our company and other local companies, we know from experience because we see what's out there, and we get a lot of data from employees that have worked with other people, and it's a completely different process. So I can say this confidently when I say nobody locally has a shot when it comes to attracting the best possible cleaners. Okay, so those are the 3 tips. So just a quick recap. You have to narrow down between commercial and residential if you're just starting out. Yes, there are companies that do it, but I'm telling you, there's an easier way to the good life if that's what your goal is. And this is absolutely so important. Not enough people talk about it. You really must narrow down between commercial and residential. The second tip, attracting quality people, attracting great clients. You really need to think in those terms. Don't sell out for the money. You will reward yourself in the future. Every time we've sold out for the money and we've taken a client we avoided the red flags, it always bit us in the behind. And lastly, an A1 team. If you have great clients, and you have great people and you narrowed it down, this is your foundation. And if you can do these 3 things, you will be so grateful. I mean, you can look back when you're billing $40,000 a month, $50,000 a month, on your way to $1 million, and then you look back and say, damn, like, this is awesome, because we love our clients, we love our people. I mean, all of our interactions in our business are positive ones, even when it's not a positive, it's even when the feedback is negative, because that will happen. That's just good feedback. It's like, oh, okay, we overlooked, you know, in one of the medical spaces, like, oh, behind the Poland Spring bottle, they pulled it out, and there was a lot of buildup and dust back there. It looks like it hasn't been done in a while. No problem, absolutely. Tell one of our Rockstar cleaners, and they say, oh, wow, sorry, it's completely overlooked. They're like, no, it's all good. This is perfect. And do you see what I'm saying? And it's that way you can scale that. You know, you can scale a company like that, because you're not running around like a chicken without your head putting out fires everywhere, because you've done the important work and you've set up a strong foundation. I hope that makes sense to you. If you have any questions about that, leave a comment below. Okay, hey, so listen, I hope you take this to heart. And if you're still watching, I just want to thank you. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Like I said, every Friday, I'm going to put videos out just like this one, so you're not going to want to miss it. And if you're interested in starting your first Kickstarter business and finally freeing yourself from your 9-to-5, in the description I leave a couple of links. One is for my new mini ebook. I think it's right there. There it is. It's the 7 reasons to start an office cleaning business. I am an office cleaning business evangelist. I try to tell anyone who's miserable at their day job, hey, listen, this is a Kickstarter business. This is perfect. You know, Kickstarter business it's kind of a thing I'm coining now. It's because it was a big epiphany for me when I realized that, hey, you know, like, there's differences between a business you have to invest $10, $20, $30, $40,000 in, and there's a lot of risk, versus a type of, you know, Kickstarter business like a service-based. You can really start. I mean, we started with $300 in our pocket, and you know, we're on our way to 7 figures in a couple years. So that just shows you everything you need to know about this type of business. So I digress. I'll see you next Friday. It's been great. Peace out.